engine has arrived. I'm now the proud owner of one Honda K24. First couple of observations, it's extremely light compared with the JZ. Manhandling it around the back, down an alleyway on a sack barrow was much easier than I expected. It's got a lot of crap hanging off what will be the back. I mean, obviously these are transverse when fitted into the cars they came from, so that's not so much of a issue. I'm assuming I can either delete that lot or there's some kind of conversion. I know absolutely nothing about these engines at all, other than the internet says they're good. So I thought I'd give it a go and see where we end up. First thing I'm going to do is flip it over, pop a couple of the bearings out and just check it looks okay. So the first bearing out, and there is a minor score in there, so a bit of wear, but the crank looks absolutely perfect. So that's the main thing. So I think new bearings and pop it back together again, but I'm quite happy with that. Second-hand engine, you can't expect too much. Yeah, order some bearings, pop the something back on again for now. Should be good to go. So for a second-hand engine, it's actually okay. It's nice and clean. There's no shiny bits anywhere, which is nice to see. The oil pan is nice and clean. No evidence of anything nasty in there. Looks like that bearing has had a little bit of pickup at some point and has got a very mild score in it. But like I said, the crank is perfect. So a new set of bearings in the bottom end there, and that should help prevent anything nasty happening when we add some boost. So the intention for this engine is to run boost. I'm going to use the standard engine for the time being. I'm going to buy another one and build it, full forged build, so I can turn the boost up at a later date and run a lot more power. But for the time being, it's a bit of a task getting this lot together to begin with. So trying to keep the budget sensible, standard engine. I'm going to run the BMW 6-speed gearbox with a PMC adapter plate, a Pulsar G series turbocharger, like I said, something that will run sort of 400-500 horsepower at low boost, giving me plenty of scope later on for more power once I get the built engine done. That'll potentially lead to needing a better gearbox as well, but we'll overcome that when we get to it. So yeah, K series SLK, here we go. Well, that's not a good sign. Has that been pressure washed and left? Well, the valve's going to be okay. Yuck. So as usual, the nut, in the worst possible position, has decided it wants to round off before it comes loose. So I don't know if I can try and weld a socket to that, or I may have to cut it off and replace the stud. I'll try the socket method first. Right, success with the nut. Welding came off. Not so much so with the engine. There's all kinds of sludge and nasty, horrible crap in there. And the valves look fairly rusty. I don't know if you can see in there. So I would assume this has been pressure washed and has sat around forever. The joys of eBay. Yummy! So the seller has kindly agreed to send an exchange unit. He's got plenty of these engines, stocks and sells a lot of them. I have asked him how much to send a replacement and additional cost to keep this one, because although it's no good to put straight in the car, it'd be ideal for a rebuild. He's going to work out costing and get back to me on that one. But that is me done for the day. It's a little bit of an anticlimax. I was hoping to get further, but what can you do? Water all over the floor. It is absolutely disgusting in all of the inlets. Obviously two of the valves, two of the cylinders of valves are open, so there's water in the bores. So God only knows what the bores and the rings and everything look like. I don't know how long it's sat there. It's a Japanese engine, so I mean obviously they sit in a container for months while they come across on the boat. This hasn't happened in the UK according to the seller, so it's had a fair amount of time to corrode and rot away. Not ideal. Anyway, that's all I can do for today. Please comment if you've got anything to say about this mess and subscribe.